darkness fades away, creation wakes and sings you a song of praise. Your mercies ever new, Lord, what can we do? We glorify and magnify your name. We will rise and praise the name above all names. Steadfast, made to age, forever, always the same.
I just hope that this whole film, like, you can not spend your time like looking at me. You know, I'm just a bum, but like see the love of God through my life and His patience and everything. Like, you don't have to wait till you clean up your life to start going to church. So November 16th, 2011, which is the end of the book. And I know it sounds silly, I got saved on a treadmill. But God's not worried about situations like that. Like what it's going to sound like to man, or whether it's going to sound stupid or like silly or untrue. He's not worried about any of that stuff. He doesn't care at all. God's looking at your heart, like what's in there. And at that moment, when I was running on the treadmill, my heart finally lined up. It lined up with Jesus. And he didn't wait till I was done running and sat down. He smacked me with the Spirit, and it changed my life forever. And the crazy thing is I was so wrapped up in life at that point and trying to finish my book. Like, I don't even think that I realized at the time that I just got saved. Like, I thought, in my head, I was still like, I got saved when I was 13, and now God's finally speaking to me. You know, finally gonna lead me. A part of me was kind of waiting around for that. A very small part. Then that happened, and just reading November and December, just like I couldn't stop writing. Like I wrote, like half the book within those 2 months. And it's just, some of that book is beautiful. It really is. Just a man, you know, trying to find happy. And I wasn't looking for religion. Religion's silly. I wasn't looking for religion. I wasn't looking for this thing that kind of resonated with me. And I like part of that religion and part of this. I'm going to put those together and make my own because that sounds nice. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for the truth, is what I was looking for. I was looking for one truth. I knew there wasn't a bunch of different truths. I was looking for the one. That's what I found, man. And it took me a long, long time to get there, folks. Long time. Hard road I took. I took a path that was not easy. I got saved November 16th on that treadmill. Spirit of God smacked me. Remember, I said it took my brain a little while to catch up. 2 weeks later, because I was still going out to the bar, I was still having a good time. It was things were different. I wasn't really seeking as much any like answers, but I was still going out and getting drunk. That's what I'd done forever, so I was going to continue to do that. 2 weeks after I got saved, went out to the bar, picked up a young lady, took her home, had sex with her. 2 weeks. What a loser, man. What a loser. But it just shows the grace of God, man. He knew I was going to do that. He knew I was going to do that. love is just so powerful. And it's never ending, and it's just forgiveness after forgiveness. And it's so beautiful, I can't even handle it. I start talking really about it, I just get over emotional. But man, you start to think that Jesus is just, like going to churches and the whole religion thing is just like boring, and like going to church and singing hymns, and I can't do anything fun. I can't go out and do any of this fun stuff. Like the whole world that looks at it as like boring. It has been more exciting. I've had more excitement in my life in the last 2.5 years than the first 31 put together. By leaps and bounds. I've laughed more. I've cried more. It's been the craziest 2.5 years of my life. Like I'm in touch with my Creator. Like God created me and He has like a purpose for me. And I'm in touch with that. And it's crazy. Like I said, it's like I found the freaking jewel of the Nile, man. Ugh. And it's crazy, and it's so good, and it's just like giving. Like I just want to give everybody something. I want to give away all my money. I don't care. I don't want it. It's stupid. I hate money. I just want to show people love. I just want to love people. And not because the Bible says to. That's what it was at first. At first I was like, okay, I need to love everybody. So I look at people like, him? I can't love him. But then eventually, like, the more you get to know Jesus, like, you start to love everybody. You don't just say you love them, but you start to actually love them. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I love people I don't even know. I love strangers. I love this George kid that I met at a couple rest stop a couple days ago. George from Indiana. He was driving out to LA. Love him. I told him Jesus was alive. I was making a movie about it. He thought that was cool. I don't think he understood. He was foreign. But I love him. I love him. I love everybody, man. Everybody's so beautiful. Everybody, I don't care what you look like anymore. And I'm a person that got caught up in physical a lot. Like being attracted to someone. Like that was, I wanted to talk to attractive people more than I did unattractive people. And I live my life like that, which is weird. But not anymore, man. I love everybody. And this is funny because this was my actual thought process is, well, if I'm going to love everybody, then I need to just kind of eliminate a lot of people from my life. And I need to kind of sit in my room. And that way, if I just see Whitney and my mom, yes, I love everybody. I love them. I did it. I loved everybody. I said it in scripture. I did it. So I was going to quit my job. There was no way I could work in retail and love everybody. That's crazy. But man, that job has been the biggest blessing in my life. I've grown more in the Spirit of God through that job than anything else, man. I've learned to love people regardless of what they say to me, or if they hate me, or if they're yelling at me. I've learned to just love them. And now it's almost a challenge. Someone comes in like angry and upset, and you can tell, like people, they're mad. They're taking out their anger on me. They're not really mad at me. Like they've had a hard life. They've had things go wrong, Especially if they don't know Jesus, they have that empty place that they need to that they put in something because they don't have Jesus in there, and they take it out on me. So now I just get to love them. So then, there we are. It's 2012. I get baptized. Really, like that weight of the world that I'd been like carrying around. Like some of it was kind of lifted when I got saved, but I got so caught up in women right after that, and there were so many things going on right after that, trying to finish my book or after that I kind of, everything got twisted up and messed up. But then when I got baptized, it's just like the weight of the world that I've been carrying around since forever like Jesus reached down and he's carrying it for me. It's so awesome. I could finally breathe. I could stand up, like my body felt lighter. I could jump out of bed for the first time in my life. I could jump out of bed in the morning. Looking back, like I lived most of my life, like I was barely breathing. I couldn't breathe. But I didn't know. I didn't realize that's what it was. For some reason, like the world's blind to it. Like you can't see it. And God chooses the bums and the losers too. To spread the word, man. God chooses the poor and the weak and the bum and the losers to spread his word. It's so beautiful. So man can't boast. Like you can't brag. You can't be like super strong and super intelligent and rich and get anything from God from that. For that. It's nothing. Doesn't mean anything. It's useless. All it does is get all prideful and think you're awesome, and just pushes you farther away from any opportunity where you can meet the Lord. I'm so thankful I fell flat on my face in this life.
You receive me just as I am. You welcome, you pardon, relieving, you cleanse. Your love overwhelms me, tears down my walls. Now I am yours only, Father, I come. Father, I come. You see me coming before I can plead. You run out to hold me. You welcome me. Say by your love, my with his blood. You call me your child, so boldly I come. Boldly I come.
Before I got saved, I had convinced myself that pornography was good. It was a good thing for me. I did that, and then it kept me from going out and like doing the real thing. And I really believed that it was good. This is a good thing. Pornography is one of the deepest, darkest things that you can do. If you're doing it, stop. It's obviously not that easy. I get it. I haven't had sex in 2.5 years. My brain tells me that my body is going to blow up and explode, and I'm going to die if I do not do this. My brain tells me that daily. But the thing about pornography is, you watch it enough, then like regular sex isn't enough anymore to watch. So you start looking at different things. And, it just gets so twisted up. And you start thinking that these dirty, disgusting things actually turn you on. And then you start to live in that. And live in that. You give way, you give place to that in your life, and you start to think that's who you are. This is who I am. I'm attracted to this gross, disgusting, perversion of sex. I'm attracted to this, and that becomes who you are. That turns into you walking around thinking, this is who I am on the inside. Nobody can love me. God hates me. Nobody loves me. I'm attracted to this gross thing that I even hate watching, but I have to at the same time. And it's just so dark and internal. And it's so easy to hide. You can hide it your entire life. You have to get help if you're hooked on it. You have to. It ruins me more than anything when I'm doing that. I'd rather go out and get drunk and take a woman home and smoke a pack of cigarettes than sit home by myself in secret and watch these movies. The stupid nicotine. Oh, it's so dumb. It makes me so mad. Oh, I've quit so many times I can't even tell you. I've been in a place where I was changing my coat before I went to church because I didn't want to smell like smoke. Try to be a smoker in the winter and hide that. You can't. For some reason, smoke stays on you in the winter. Like you just reek of it. You don't understand it, but it's true. So I'm taking showers before I go to church. Like all this crap, it's just crap is what it is. But these addictions that I've had that I haven't been able to let go of for the last 2.5 years, they straight up have turned into, like I can see it now, that they are like the biggest blessing. That's hard to talk about. They're like the biggest blessing in my life. Like we all get confused on what blessings are from God. Like we think it's a new house is a blessing, a new car, a new job is a blessing. You know what a blessing from God is? Something that makes you seek Him more. Something that makes you weak and cry out to Jesus. That's what a blessing from God is. That's what He sees as a blessing. Aha! Not a new house, not a new job, not more money, not the lottery. If you're praying to win the lottery, stop. I just got off on an exit. On accident. Man, what am I talking about? Jesus again. These two things that I just struggle with have forced me into seeking the Lord's help every single day for the past 2.5 years. If He would have just removed all those addictions like right away, like boom, I got saved, I was good. You know what I would have done? I'd have been good. Like, okay, Jesus, we're cool. It was nice meeting you. I'm gonna go do this now. But He loves me too much for that. Everybody I know has a story of why they don't go to church anymore. Somebody did something. The problem with church is it's like men run it. Like human beings run it. It's the problem. Human beings make mistakes. So you need to put your trust in Jesus and not your pastor or not this church. You know? Put your trust in Jesus and you're good. You're not going to get offended when this church does something that, ruined your life and you're never going to church again. That doesn't change the fact that Jesus is alive. When you stop going to church because someone at the church offended you, what does that have to do with anything? Does that mean there is no God? No. It means that guy is an idiot. I love him, whoever it was, hypothetically. But why would you stop going to church because someone in the church offended you? It doesn't make zero sense. Zip. I don't get it. That doesn't mean Jesus isn't alive. I just want to shake him. It's like, go back to church. It doesn't mean Jesus isn't alive, man. Oh, people, stop making sense to me. I don't get it. I don't understand why anyone does anything or says anything. It doesn't make sense. I'm living on a different planet. Not on this planet. Like originally I thought I'm on this planet. I'm just kind of in a different world with Christ. I might be on a different planet with Christ. Maybe a completely different planet. You guys, I don't know about you. But I know better. I fall into the same stupid garbage as everybody. So, I'm not judging you. I love you. We're all idiots. I'm just an idiot that loves Jesus. I'm going to tell the world about it. It's the only difference. I think the world's point of view on Christianity, religion, is that it's boring. My God, the God I serve is absolutely the farthest thing away from boring that I've ever seen. You know what? Like, this God created human beings from nothing. Created this world from nothing. God created sex. Sex. I'm a Christian and I'm not scared to talk about sex. It's a thing that God created that's beautiful. And, you know, when used in the right way, the devil's done a good job of perverting that over the years. But man, sex is beautiful. That's such a beautiful thing. You get so close to somebody through that. The Bible talks about becoming one in marriage and that. I think I forgot what sex is like. I do not remember. It was 2.5 years ago. But I've been born again, like, spiritually, and now when I do get married, it will be like, you know, like having sex for the first time, which is going to be beautiful. I got a cowboy hat thing. It was $3.99. I feel very good about that purchase. Maybe the best $3.99 I've ever spent. I just, like, my encounter with Jesus, it drastically changed my life. And I needed help. And there's other people out there. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of hurting people that need Jesus. I mean, if you're doing okay and your life is great and you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you. God's not going to stop you. You can go on living however you want to live. I just love Jesus, man. And I want to tell the world that there's a better way. We live in a jacked up world. This world is weird. We live in a world where parents molest their children, their own children. We live in a world where rape is a thing. That's an actual thing that happens. I can't imagine what that would be like, being a woman and have someone take that from you. We live in a world where there's prostitution and strip clubs, the pornography business, they're striving, and I was part of that problem. I indulged in all of it. Spent a lot of money at strip clubs in my day. Those poor girls, man. I don't know why I couldn't see it. It doesn't make sense. I was better than that. Just got caught up. In everything. You know? You get in that sin and it owns you, and that's what you do when you worship that sin and you live in that sin, and that's what happens. But it leads to empty, man. And it's fun for a season. You can go out and have fun drinking and partying for a little while, but it's an empty road. I went down it for a long time, and it got emptier and arrived here. And, you know, this whole time since I've been saved, you know, you get just down on yourself and think you're not good enough. You know, like, God doesn't love me. I'm not good enough for this. This is way beyond me. You're right. You're not good enough. You're not good enough for Jesus. You're not good enough for heaven. You're not. You don't deserve it. It's a gift from God. It's a gift. And I'm going to accept that gift and be extremely thankful about it. And I'm going to tell the world about it. I'm going to accept that gift from the Lord. I'm grabbing it, and it's mine. It's mine. I'm not letting go of it. Praise the Lord. So I am a Christian for the original intent of the term. Christ-like. That's my goal. To be Christ-like. I want someone to mistake me for Jesus. That's what I want. Then, of course, I'll tell them I'm not. You know, I was about a year and a half in, and still struggling with my addictions and stuff. And just praying for a year, you know, like, Lord, show me what you have for me. Show me what you have for me. I want to live for you, you know. Just, but I still pray. And I went down to lay down in bed one night, and I just hear this voice. Are you ready for me to show you? That's what he said. He didn't say, hey, Chadwick, this is JC. Here's what I need you to do. He just spoke plain as day. Like he's been there listening to my conversation, listening to my prayers for a year. I spent a month wondering if that actually happened. Then I fell on my face. I actually started smoking cigarettes again and like got consumed in pornography again. Like really like every single step of the way. Like every time I've really heard from God and every like thing I've done, like I've fallen flat on my face. And he just picks me up and we start going again. I get off track, things get all twisted up inside, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I get sort of lost and I fall down. And he just picks me up and we start over. That's just a constant theme. And, you know, eventually I'm not going to fall down so much, but his love's just beautiful. It's beautiful. I guess the point of the whole thing is God is. Jesus is very much alive and doing well. And the Bible is the written word of God. It's a love story written from God, by God, to every human being to ever walk the planet. The big thing for me is I can look at all of you right now and I can tell you all that I am beautiful. That's something I was never able to do my entire life. I am beautiful. I can see why God created me. And I can see the beauty in it. It's just something that escaped me forever. I couldn't see it. But today I can. And I hope, I pray that you can see it. Not in me, but in yourself. devil's been lying to everybody. He's been lying to you their whole life. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not smart enough. It's all lies. God created you just the way you are. And it's beautiful. And everybody is beautiful. And that in itself is beautiful. It's beautiful.
I woke up today, I thought of you, my king, and how you died for me. And every moment I have is from you, so I will live for you. I woke up today, I thought of you, my king, and how you died for me. And every moment I have is from you, so I will live for you. Yes, I live to worship you. Yes, I live to worship you. Yes, I live to worship you. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. I woke up today, I thought of you, my king, and how you died for me. And every moment I have is from you,